Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the motherfucking pod. I am your host. I am the lightest of lightest. I am the king of bright skin motherfuckers and light skin motherfuckers. I am your host, President Light Skin. This is Problematic Light Skin episode 22. Yeah, 22 episodes. We back. We better than ever. I don't know if you guys can see it in the back, but I got a plant. I'm a plant daddy. It's fake. It's fake. Honestly, it's just to cover the shit I didn't fix. I was like, I'm gonna just put a plant there, let's spruce it up, make me look interesting. But yo, we got a quick episode. Yo, if you see me twitching with the fucking mask, bro, I don't know where I got these masks from, but this is not meant for me. This is not meant for my face. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that makes sense. Like, it's so tight. It's so tight. All right, but let's get into the pod real quick. I really don't know where to start at, but maybe I might work my way into it. But in other news, Elon has um Elon has exposed his own users. And not in like a bad way, but like I guess in a more honest way, I guess. So I guess Twitter rolled out a new feature that allow people to see like where the account was originated from. And this has broken the internet. A lot of right wing, left wing, pro black, pro white accounts seem like they that have like these huge followings that I don't know, have created a lot of discourse online, seem to be been created in other countries. Um, Now, there's no explaining how you're talking about American rights and your account wasn't made in America. That don't make no sense. And it brings me back to that scene from Superman where Lex Luthor has all those evil monkeys t- uh, tweeting about Superman and calling him super shit and all that. I find that to be very funny. And look, come to find out, like all these accounts are, we're being invaded by international. I don't even know what to say. And like if you don't believe that this like Twitter like can really fuel a lot of people. And there's a lot of pro Trump people like that have Twitter that get fueled off by what they see on the internet. It's a lot of fake news. Even Elon himself has like retweeted a lot of these accounts. And just imagine like all these accounts he's tweeted, or I remember like, I mean, just anything fake news related. And Elon tweets about these accounts, and then come to find out who knew if these accounts were, I would like to go back through all the shit that Elon's retweeted to see if these accounts are even from America, especially when they're talking about American politics. Um, but I know there's like a discourse of like, there's accounts attacking black men, right? And these accounts portray themselves as like black women, right? That like live in America. But then they come to find out a lot of these accounts are not from America, and 9 times out of 10, probably not a black woman either. Like there's one account claiming that all black men like abuse women or some shit like that, which is fucking crazy. So, but that's the shit Elon created though, right? Y'all can't be upset because this is what happens when Elon takes over. Like Elon took over Twitter, and it just kind of became like it's what happens when the kids take over the school. Like it's a fucking madhouse. Oh, now you want to police it? That's crazy. Now you want to police it because you see the bullshit. You see what you're feeding into the world. And the moment I knew that Twitter was fake was during the whole Drake and Kendrick shit, right? I had wore a BBL Drizzy shirt. Now, all over Twitter, this was like a thing, right? BBL Drizzy, this and that, this and that. I remember I wore it to a Metro Future concert, and no one knew, like no one saw the shirt and was like laughed or like like connected with me in a weird way. You know what I'm saying? Like it just I think everyone there was just there to see Metro and Future. Like they weren't even thinking about this whole beef thing, right? Like it was only like one person that saw the BBO Drizzy, they laughed and shit like that. And that was kind of like the moment I realized, man, maybe this shit is more amplified on our for you page than it really is in real life. And I thought that was crazy. I don't know. That was just my experience. And that let me know, like, damn, maybe Twitter isn't real. Maybe Twitter isn't a real place. And it's not. It really isn't. So, but like it's funny that Elon now wants to police the fucking, like he wants to police Twitter, X, and just it's just so funny to me. And then I've been seeing like I've been hearing like all these accounts deleting their accounts and shit after everything's been like that's why I got off of Twitter, bro. Twitter was just too toxic, bro. I just found it to be very toxic, and I was like, I'm just not gonna like indulge in it. Like I'm gonna just stay out. I'm gonna just stay out of it, like, cause y'all be tweaking. So it's really sad though. Like knowing that we're getting invaded by our politics are being invaded by people who don't even live in America. Like people speaking on our shit and they're not even here, and everyone's getting upset and mad. Like it's amplifying fuel. It's like that's basically what the CIA would do. All right, all right. Next up, so Summer Walker is in the news. This is fun. So I guess she like sent a voice memo to Rich the Kid, right? We know Rich the Kid. Rich the Kid's a rapper. Of course, she wouldn't send it to like a billionaire or you know someone with more money or someone that maybe I don't know she was interested in. But anyway, she went to shoot her shot. Her shot was basically like, "Look, I know you got a girl because I think he's like in a relationship, but she's like she wants to be the side piece. She wants to just get fucked on and shit like that." And how we all found out about this because Rich the Kid, I get, or I'm sure he leaked the audio of what was happening. And then she ended up responding, and but I think the whole point of it, right? This is a problematic podcast. All right, I'm a very problematic person, but sometimes you have to like take accountability of the bullshit that you do. And so for Summer Walker, it kind of reminds me of Nicki Minaj. Like she's someone who doesn't take accountability for her bullshit. You know, Summer Walker is the same type of woman that will say men are shit, like oh men are shit, oh men are shit, and then like you date very shitty men that probably mentally abuse you, physically abuse you, whatever, right? And you keep dating that type, and then even in this situation, like you don't want nothing from. She's the same type of woman that said they don't want nothing from the situationship, but then get upset when he's showing the main girl more of the time and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember I had a girl. She was like, we had a situationship or whatever. And I said, hey, this is what it is, and like, it ain't nothing else. And then like as we kept linking and shit like that, she was like getting more attached and more attached. And then I had to cut it off because I was like, I already told you what it was. And then she started getting upset, making, talking about she's pregnant this, and it was just chaotic. It was just like, but so Summer Walker is that exact same woman. She probably like gonna be fucking on him, and then once he done with her, she probably gonna make a song about him that I was fucking the rich kid. And like I don't know, some weird shit. Like, probably make a song about how like he loves her and he don't really love her, but he loves her, as Summer Walker. And yeah, I don't know. It's honestly look, I much applaud Summer for shooting her shot. A lot of women don't shoot their shot as it is. So it's cool to see women actually shoot their shot, but she's shooting her shot in such a problematic situation, which I'm like, bro, you got all these niggas out here, and you just like, oh, Rich the Kid, that's the guy. Like, that's the guy I need. And it's just like, I'm sure there's a lot of problematic ass niggas that give great dick that you could probably go shoot your shot in, and probably got more money than Rich the Kid. To be honest, I don't know. It's honestly. Oh, look. I have a look. There's a word for what Summer Walker is. But I'll say it in the nicest excuse me, the nicest of ways.
She for the streets, nigga.
Yeah, that's exactly what she is. Summer Walker is definitely for the streets, and because like her music doesn't grow, like her music stays the same, dude. Like she doesn't even grow as a person. Like you still going through the same shit. Same for Taylor. Like Taylor's finally getting married, but like when that shit hit a divorce, man, that album gonna be crazy. But yeah. So Summer Walker, it's like I want to applaud her, but then I'm like, damn, way to like really, um, I don't know, I don't know. All right, so the Grand Prix was this past weekend. Max took P1. I think Norris took P2, and then I can't remember who else took P3. I'm so sorry. It was Mercedes. Um, and what the biggest news that came out of the biggest news that came out of the Grand Prix was McLaren getting disqualified. So the FIA discovered the side blocks on the McLaren car had been worn beyond 9 millimeter, the 9 millimeter limit. So to put that in perspective, what does that mean? Honestly, it's just a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit that the FIA creates that puts all these restriction on these cars that make no fucking sense. And so we get situations like this because who like you disqualify them like god damn like oh no like you went against the like I don't know I don't even know how to explain it like it's to a point it's like the FIA just wants to be like their own character in the Formula One world, right? And it's like, oh, it's like it reminds me like the FIA reminds me of like what Vince McMahon is to the WWE. Kind of just this character, like I don't know, honestly just a bunch of bullshit. But shout out to Max for winning. The Qatar race is this weekend. Honestly, look, I think Max is on a mission. I think Max comes in this as P1. He was a dog in Vegas. Like that, the opening of that race, he was like, "Hey, I'm letting Norris know I'm winning this goddamn race." And then like what was crazy, so like Norris came in P2, but like when he got disqualified, like they dropped his points. They took like what 20 some points from him, which is insane. He came in second. So it's like if there was a chance for Max to catch, because Max needed to score to even like catch up. Now he's like, now he's like he's there. So like I don't understand like how this works. Like how do you disqualify them, but like you don't give the points to the next? Like I would say like okay, if you disqualify McLaren, then whoever was in fourth place should it should basically move up. So basically, who was in Mercedes? I don't know. It's too complex to even talk about. So we're not even gonna talk about it no more. But yeah, shout out to Max. Max Verstappen is definitely winning this race. He might be driver of the not driver of the year, excuse me. He might win championship for the driver championship. So that's gonna be crazy to see. Um let's see. Sorry, I thought shit was tweaking. All right, let's see what we got. All right, so let's do this real quick. So with the Grammy noms happening um last week, I think was it last week or the week before. I thought it'd be fun to just kind of do some reviews of the record of the years. I have reviewed the Clips album, but I will review them again for this whole Grammy thing. So this is gonna be a little part series. I'm gonna put them as clips and shorts or whatever, but I do want to like review all the records because I think it's necessary to. especially if you're going to be record of the year, and I think it's important. Um, so the first record we're gonna review is Grammy record nominee Sabrina Carpenter's Man's Best Friend. I listened to the whole album twice. So I want you to understand I'm locked in on this review. Um the thing about Sabrina Carpenter, it's like Sabrina Carpenter has like this shtick, right? Um it's like to put an example, it's like, oh, who's knocking at the door? Oh, it's you. Like it's like it's this weird like like she's having a conversation and she's like a being sarcastic. Like I don't know, she does it a lot. Like it's you kind of just understand that's her that's her style. That's her shtick, right? And some of it could be kind of annoying. And I feel like on this album it was very annoying. Look, what I will say about this album, like if you're a Taylor Swift fan, if you're a Swifty, and if Taylor Swift died today, rest assured, Swifties, you can move over to the Sabrina Carpenter because Sabrina Carpenter got you covered. She is like the rom com white girl that you probably need in your life, and that's what I was getting from Man's Best Friend. This album that was nominated for Record of the Year, and I do not at all feel like this was Record of the Year. Look, I think the album is okay. It's solid. There's a couple tracks on there. I meant to get the track names that are on, but there are a couple on there, but it's like not till later in the album. I mean, opening up with Man Child, I don't like Man Child as a song, so and I just found it to be very annoying. Like, hey, this is the song that we're opening up with. And I'm not saying that on any like deeper level. I just don't like the song, right? But like I said, there are songs on it that I do enjoy, but it takes a while to get there because I gotta skip through the other songs to get here. And it's almost like a mixture. Man, I don't know. It's like a mixture. It's like I was like, is Sabrina Carpenter a country singer? Is she a pop singer? I don't know. Maybe she's a blend of both. But when I'm listening to this album and I'm comparing it to like her last album, Short and Sweet, which is a very phenomenal album. I love that album. That album is fun. It is energetic. This one just felt very mellow. And it was, I don't want to say it was serious, but it was more on the aspects of like man, I don't know. I really don't I really don't know. All day I've been trying to figure out the words I wanted to put in, like how I feel about this album, and I just find it to be just a miss to me. Honestly, like it's honestly, I think the studio saw how successful her last album was. Like, oh, we got to get you, we got to get you back out there, and like I just feel like some of these songs just don't hit. Like when you have an album like Short and Sweet, like she could have been eating off of that for like at least 2 more years. Like I've been like, yo, I want to try to see you in tour. Now I gotta like worry about you playing these new songs that are from this album that are okay, right? And I don't know. I just didn't find this album to be really. I felt like there were better albums out there this year that could have been nominated, and I just didn't like whatever this album was. I feel like this might have been a paid for nomination. It's giving that. But yeah, Sabrina Carpenter's Man's Best Friend was a miss for me. Uh, I didn't really like it. It was very boring too. Like I was driving to work. Actually, when I was at work listening to it, I was falling asleep, and then when I was driving to work, I was falling asleep. I was like, bro, I should not be falling asleep. I'm not like a I don't have like a sleeping issue. It's just when I hear certain songs, I just like man, because I wasn't excited. I didn't feel anything from it. So I'm gonna give Sabrina Carpenter's Man's Best Friend a solid. I'm gonna go 2 out of 5. I'm gonna give it a 2. It's not anything like Short and Sweet. I found Short and Sweet to be fun. It's actually like one of my favorite albums from Sabrina Carpenter. Um, And, I rock with the girl. Shorty cute. Shorty little white girl. She cute. I like. But this just wasn't the album for me. I don't know. Maybe like I said, it was given like very, white rom com ish. Like. But yeah, it definitely wasn't for me. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So yeah, I'm gonna give Sabrina Carpenter's Man's Best Friend a 2 out of 5. All right, so the next album I'll do is the Lady Gaga one, because I've heard all the other ones already. I've done a review for the Clips album. I haven't done a review for GNX, Leon Thomas's Mutt, or Bad Bunny's album, but I've heard all of them already, and I already know what I want to say about them. I just want to get out the ones that I haven't heard before yet, right? So the next one, I'll have it next week. Lady Gaga's album, so I'm gonna have to sit through that shit, but it is what it is. All right. So next up, so if you haven't heard, if you're not in the tech space, you're not gonna pay attention to what's going on right now. But RAM prices have gone up dramatically. Like, who do I have a sound for this?
Okay, please don't fuck this up. It was a great moment.
Digga mode, digga mode, digga mode, digga mode.
Okay, let's go with that one. Sorry, I was trying to go through all the sounds. So if you haven't heard, RAM prices have gone up dramatically. Like, so dramatic, like your wallet is gonna say
Fatality.
I don't know if your wallet would say that, but I mean at the end of the day, they're almost at the price of GPUs, which is insane. Like RAM. Fucking RAM. And so like the reason behind it has been because a lot of AI data farms have been using up a lot more RAM. I don't, and so a lot of these companies are like prioritizing their enterprise clients over just the everyday consumer because fuck you. Um, the issue with this now goes back to the question: should you build a PC or should you buy a pre-built? And honestly, right now, go ahead and get that pre-built. Go ahead and get that pre-built because you trying to build your PC, you fucked. Like, what is this COVID again, bro? Because I remember like the GPU prices were crazy. But now like the RAM prices are insane. And I was just meaning to upgrade some RAM into my PC, and I'm just like, you know what? At the prices that they are, I might as well just buy a new fucking PC. That is crazy, dude. I've seen some like people were like, dude, I just bought this RAM, like 32 gigabytes of RAM, but $200. That same RAM that person had, I think it's a Corsair or some shit like that. Or it didn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Like it's gone up like dramatically in price by like 80%. And that's insane. And my fear for the RAM prices going up is like, what's the future for these new gaming consoles that are supposed to come out? Because the PS6 is supposed to have the PS6, the Xbox, and even the Steam machine. Like, what does that mean for these next gen consoles? Like, are they gonna go up in like because like the Xbox Series X rose its price because of the RAM shortage. Ain't nobody buying a fucking Xbox right now. Like, we're trying to like move into the next generation. They should have sold out of their stock. I don't know what the fuck Xbox has been doing, but they need like somebody in their leadership needs to needs to needs to go. Fine ass. Get rid of them. Send them home. Like, cause you fucking up Xbox, bro. Like, why the fuck would you why would you raise the prices, bro? The PS5 just like dropped their prices on all their PlayStations, like portables, all that, like $100 off on like every PlayStation you can think of, from Slim to Pro to the regular model. Xbox is raising them. That doesn't make no fucking sense. Like, that's dumb, bro. Sell out of that stock because don't nobody want it now. Like, just get rid of whatever stock you have. Just get rid of the shit. Like, just get rid of it because it's honestly ridiculous at this point. Like, and it honestly, Xbox has been really pissing me off with this because it's like it's no fucking reason that you need to fucking raise the price of a fucking Xbox Series X, and you're already losing this con. You might not even get anybody to even buy the shit come next year, right? I don't even know if I want to buy it. Like I'm really trying to move into the PC aspect of things like full time. I really don't want to. Like I'd rather just have a console for my console and like let my PC just do its PC things. Um but yeah, this is the big L for any gamers, anyone building PCs. Because now all these like, if you ever see like those PC videos, I'm gonna build a PC for under $1,000. Well, nigga, the fucking RAM is $1,000, so there's no more of that. Like, no more building PCs under $200 or under $500 or matching the PS5 spec. Like, bro, like the RAM is is outrageous. And then now there's no point. So just get your pre-built. All those little pre-builts that are online right now, get them while you can. All right, go to the store, go get your pre-built. I got a pre-built in my fucking cart right now. I'm about to go buy it because it's like it ain't no point. I was like, I'm scared. But yeah, so fuck them RAM prices, bro. That's crazy. All right, so next up, we're gonna like I said, like I was gonna be picking at this goddamn mask because it is tight than a motherfucker on me. It's like skin tight leather, like Catwoman skin tight. All right, so next up, we're going to talk about. Excuse me. I'm going to talk about Black Ops 7. Black Ops 7 has been out for a couple of weeks now. It's been honestly like there's two ways of looking at it. It's been bad because the sales have been going down, the campaign was shit. But if you're on the multiplayer aspect of things, it's been fun. I've been enjoying the multiplayer. I don't know about anybody else, but I've been enjoying the multiplayer. I don't think there was anything wrong with 6. It was just that like for me, I had like I think in what Modern Warfare 3, I got all the camos. Like I did a huge camo grind and it drained the fuck out of me. And I was kind of just over Call of Duty. I was playing all these other games, but now that I'm back in Call of Duty, I took like months off. I didn't play no Warzone, I didn't play no multiplayer. And now that I've got back, I feel like I'm a noob. Like I'm like learning to get the controls back together and stuff. But I've been enjoying it. Like the camo grind is really huge for me. This is what's been my issue with Battlefield. It's like I understand Battlefield wants to be as realistic as possible, but like, bro, you got to give me something to work for. Like camos got to be something. And like I said, if you have a problem with there being camos or skins in the game, give them an option to disable the shit. I should be able to see I got like a lava red gun. Like the color of my gun matters a lot to me. All right. It keeps me in the game and it keeps me playing. Right. It gives me a purpose because it's like this is why I haven't got Arc Raiders because I don't see a purpose for Arc Raiders. Like, what's the end goal for Arc Raiders? You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I playing it? You know, like what am I working towards? So in Battlefield, I don't really feel like I'm working towards anything. But here in Black Ops 7, I feel like I'm working towards camos. I'm working towards prestiging. I'm working towards well, that's pretty much it. But that's good enough for me. Like I'm leveling up. I'm in that motherfucker. I could be playing the game right now, but I'm shooting this goddamn pod. But it's okay. But so I've been enjoying the Black Ops 7 multiplayer. We got season 1 coming around the corner. I think it's been fun. It had some issues in the beginning. I've been kind of tweaking my thing, but I mean overall I've been having fun with it. Would I have bought it though? Maybe if it went on sale. Um, but I don't know. That's just me. Like I've played every Call of Duty you could think of. I played every Battlefield you could think of. I'm a very FPS shooter first guy, and like I just all about playing something that keeps my time and keeps me focused on, keeps me interested in playing the game. So that's all I'm gonna say. And you don't have to like say you don't have to get in an argument of whether Call of Duty or Battlefield is better or whatever. It doesn't fucking matter at the end of the day. It's just at this point when I'm playing the Black Ops 7 multiplayer, I do find myself having more fun on that than Battlefield. I know Battlefield has all the explosions, the tanks, and all that. That's cool, until you get sniped 200 fucking meters away. So it's like, okay. But even Call of Duty has this issues too when someone's, bunny hopping off the wall to shoot me. It's just fucking insane. Okay. So, it has its pros and cons, but, I like it. I think, look, I like if I can give my for Call of Duty to get back to where it's at, to get those fans back, to get people locked in, you need to give us something different. And there's two things I really want from the next Call of Duty, and I thought I'd let's bring it up here. To me personally, it's just me. I think you need to give us no prone in Call of Duty. I think prone has ever since Modern Warfare 2, the new version one, when no Modern Warfare that new Modern Warfare series that we got, the what would you call it, like I don't know, reimagining, I guess, of the Modern Warfare world. In Modern Warfare, they had all these challenges, like for the camos, that really made the game very slow because you had to change how you play, and there was like all these do this to get this and mount on this mounting. Oh god, they got to get rid of mounting too. But I think Call of Duty continues to get slower and slower. Like you'll jump in a TDM match and it's just like you'll be looking for people, and these motherfuckers are laying on the ground on their side like they're dead. And then like you run by him, like, because I'm like, oh god, he looked dead. He looked fucking dead. And then no, he's still alive and he shoots you and kills you. So I think going forward, Call of Duty has to remove prone. Look, Halo has had no prone in the game, and it it's been amazing for the past century. Valorant, prime example. And but speaking of Valorant, I think Call of Duty needs a tactical mode. I think it needs to be separate from multi. It is multiplayer, but it needs to be separate from multiplayer. It needs to have the traditional tactical aspects of what a tactical game is, like Valorant, like CS:GO, all that. You can still have those same weapons, level them up and shit like that, but like it needs to be in the tactical aspect of things, like a tactical FPS, like round based shit like that. And I think it would like do really well. I think a tactical Call of Duty would be fucking amazing, but still have your FPS run on the wall and shit. But that's like a separate mode, like I don't want it to be just a half-ass mode either, because they did that back in Modern Warfare, the original Modern Warfare 2. Like you had the tactical mode, but it was like I think third person. Nah, fuck that. I want a tactical shooter. Like instead of you giving us a zombies, give us a tactical mode. I think it's important. Like Fortnite did it, so you can fucking do it too. And I think Call of Duty will probably perfect it, and then have maps that is designed for this tactical mode. I think it'd be perfect. So if you can put in the next Call of Duty, which they probably won't, but if you can put in the next Call of Duty a no prone Call of Duty, because we don't need it. It's honestly what slows the game down. And if you put a tactical mode, we might have like a regeneration of what Call of Duty is. And you got to get rid of that omni movement, because it's honestly getting out of hand. The wall jumping is insane. Like, nigga, I'm jumping on shit that I don't even mean to jump on. Like that's crazy, right? All right, so all right, but yeah, that was my impressions of Call of Duty Black Ops 7. So let's finish up the pod. Um, let's talk about my week 12 recap, and then we'll go into week 13 picks. So for week 12, I went 9-5. Like, here we go with the bullshit again. Like the Bills losing to the Houston Texans. I will say the game of the week was that Lions Giants game. That was a very fantastic game. My Steelers losing to the Chicago Bears. I mean, they almost pulled it out, but it's just like they just stopped scoring at some point. I was just like, oh, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Eagles losing to the Cowboys. It's crazy. I said that they were going to win, but like in my parlay, I had Dallas winning. I just was like, hey, they might win. And then and the biggest news of the week: Shador winning his finally being in the game, winning his uh, first NFL game. But Coach Stefanski just fucking Shador, like verbally, like just there was like he was giving away game balls, and he just so happened to mention Shador, like, shout out to Shador for winning his first game. Yeah. But he's not gonna get game ball. We're gonna give it to Miles Garrett. I think this is to show you like what Shador is going through over there on the Browns. Like they just don't give a fuck about him, bro. And it shows. And I hope he gets traded somewhere else because he needs to go somewhere where they appreciate him. And clearly the Browns don't give a fuck about him. And it doesn't even matter if he becomes like the starting quarterback. It's just like the way that coach, it seemed like he just don't like Shador, period. And like the owner must not like Shador either. So but yeah, that is week 12 recap. And let's get into week 13. We'll do my picks for the week. I had to get this pod out because the time of shooting this is before Thursday. Usually I shoot it on Thursday and I get it out Thursday. But because the games, we have so many games coming out on a Thursday, I had to get these out really quick. The video should be up before the games, and then like all the reels and shorts should be up before then as well. But so these are my week 13 picks. I got Detroit Lions, Kansas City Chiefs, Baltimore Ravens, Eagles, Jaguars, 49ers, Colts. Hear me out. I got the Jets winning over the Falcons because fuck them indecisive Falcons because they can't decide if they want to win or lose. So hopefully they decide to lose this week. I got LA Rams, Miami Dolphins, Tampa Bay, Seahawks, Chargers over the Raiders. I got the Steelers over the Bills. I know I'm pushing it, but you know, you can't tell me to not go. You can't tell me to go against my team. Like I don't know what you want from me. Like what do you want? And then the Patriots beating the New York Giants. Uh so yeah, I mean, honestly, this was a hard week. I'm not gonna lie to you. This was a very hard week. I can't imagine that I go like 6-8 next week, or maybe like 6-10. I don't know. It's going to be a crazy week, and this is like we're in the final push for the playoffs. Teams are we're starting to understand who's going to the playoffs. I know a lot of people keep speaking on the Rams, but look, I'm gonna be completely honest. The Rams ain't really gone against nobody this season. I looked at the only team they really went against that was a really good team was the Eagles. And guess what? They lost. And people were like, "Oh, they went against the 49." Yeah, but they had Mac Jones. They didn't even have Purdy. So like I think the Rams, I think if put against a good team, they'll lose. But right now their schedule is easy. Even with the Ravens, like the back end of their schedule is super easy. So they have no reason to lose any more games. Like they're pretty much locked in for the win. Unless Cincinnati just comes out and gets, but they're down most of their wide receivers. So it is what it is, guys. But look, that's it for the pod. Thank you guys for watching. This is Problematic Light Skin, episode 22. I'm your host, President Lightskin. I hope all you have a Thanksgiving. If you celebrate it, eat up, get fat. But yeah, that is it for the pod. Good night.